Hey YouTube, say hi to Tasha. She's going to be helping me today. Alright, so it is currently May 12th of 2015. It's about noon. I have no work and I am done with, I've graduated from school a couple weeks ago. And like I said, I'm off work today, so a little more work on the bourbon. However, I've mentioned it in some of my other videos, you gotta love Wisconsin weather. Was in the 80s, sunny, nice weather. Actually, 80s is already getting a little too warm for me. I don't like the warmth too much. But 80s, sunny, humid. It's not supposed to get much above 50 today. It's cloudy, it's windy, we have frost advisories. So I am back in the garage working on the Suburban with the heaters going. So, I guess I'm not too surprised. Now I'm going to get a light, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to try to work on today. I might just make a couple separate videos. I'm also trying to... Whoops, I just knocked something over with the extension cord. I'm also holding my camera differently here. I found that this way the image isn't all tall and narrow. Alright, so I don't remember exactly where I left off in my last video, and this light still hasn't brightened up fully yet. It's one of those fluorescents. It takes a while to warm up. You have seen my counters, I believe, in the microwave. I do have plumbing ready to go. That is actually what I'm going to work on because my pump came in about a week ago. I have all the fittings for the water tank, and I have a tank I'm going to use. So that's one thing I'm going to work on today. I also want to get that drain finished. I started drilling a small hole in there. It fits the drain pipe, but not the strainer yet. So that's another thing I want to do. I might see if I can get another sink though, because I'm using that storage bin there. But it's really brittle. It was really not easy to cut a hole in there at all. It's really, really brittle. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm also considering just dumping that mini fridge, or well, I probably won't throw it away. It's still good, but I just don't know if I'm going to really use it in here. So I'm thinking, once I spend a couple days in this thing, I think I've mentioned I'll probably go camping in it just at a campground, just to see how everything works. Once the weather warms up, of course. Again. Once it warms up again. And I'll be able to decide then. I might just get a good cooler instead of worrying about the mini fridge. Although that will work as a cooler, I think I can get much more storage and keep food much cooler with ice if I just spend a little more money. So we'll see what happens with that. For a couple days, I'm not too concerned about it. But we'll see what happens here. I still need to hook up that inverter back there. And I'm going to actually leave this light on and let it warm up some more. You can see it's already gotten much brighter. Don't eat stuff off the garage floor, Tasha. You don't know what it is or where it's been. I'm going to show you what I have in the house. Yeah. Coming in, Tasha? I don't want you jumping up into the bourbon like that one time. I'm going to show you what I have here. Here are my tanks. This tank here uses this spigot. There really is no way to modify this short of actually screwing something on there. So this tank is going to be a portable tank. It's not going to be part of my water system. I might see if I can get it part of it somehow, but I'm not too concerned about that. Here is what is part of my water system. This is I believe it is 6. Yes, it is a 6-gallon tank. And it comes with this little spigot that screws into this faceplate here. And that faceplate screws on there. What I'm going to do here, if I can do this one-handed, you can see that spigot just screws in there. Come on. Now I went to our local home improvement store. It's Menards. If you live in Minnesota or Wisconsin, you may have heard of it. It's basically like a Home Depot. They sell all sorts of fittings and stuff. So let me dig around in here. I have the receipt for this. There we go. Alright. So there's that. Now I found out, and I'm going to read right off the package here, that the threads on the spigot, they are 3/4 inch. It's kind of hard to see on this bag. 3/4 inch MIP. So what I did is if you recall, I don't know if I've talked about it in one of my other videos, but that hose I have hooked up to the faucet in the burban is actually drinking water hose from an RV, and that is 1/2 inch inside diameter. So what was in this bag is this 3/4 inch MIP threads. Let's pull some of these parts out of here. 3/4 inch MIP threads, which is pretty much just regular threads, brass pipe threads, national pipe threads, whatever you want to call them. They go by a number of different names. And then a 1/2 inch hose barb. I also picked up a bunch of hose clamps. So what I will do, you can see I will a little bit of Teflon tape on there, screw it into there, screw the faceplate onto here, and then if I tip this on its side with water in there, like so, my pump inlet will go to that, so it'll pull water from that through here and then out to the pump, and then the pump will supply it to the faucet. And I'll just show you the pump here right away. I also picked one of these up. This is a 1/2 inch T, 1/2 inch barb T. Figured that I might need that at some point if I decide to add a spigot or something on the outside of the burban. Here's the pump. You can kind of see the specs there. You can kind of see the model. This camera's not good at focusing quickly. There you go. So you can see the model number. It's a 12-volt pump, 3 gallons per minute. It is a SureFlow. You know, they're kind of the best of the best when it comes to this type of thing. So I was able to get a good deal on this. I think I paid $60 or so for it. It also came with these. I'm probably going to get some different ones because these look more like PEX fittings as opposed to barb fittings. So I will probably try and get some barb fittings to go on here. These are 1/2 inch, I believe. I might be able to make them work, but if they don't work, I don't want to force them. I also have all my hose barbs here. And then the last thing that I got, I actually got this idea from a YouTube user called Delirious Donut. He is in my subscriptions. And he did some van dwelling stuff, and he actually got some of these LED lights for his vehicle. Remote controlled. Little control unit for them here. So I went ahead and got a package of them. I will, if I have time, I'll try to install these. You can see they're Super Night LED. I got these on Amazon. Here, it's still open. You may have seen these online on Amazon. So, if I have time, I will try to install those. The only negative I have about them is the adhesive that is on here, on the strip, is terrible. It is a terrible, terrible adhesive. It really is just a piece of crap. The lights themselves work great. I like having the remotes, all the different color combinations. This is the one that has there's one of them that has the option for more of a pure white, and I went ahead and paid the extra to have the extra whites in there. So I'm pretty happy with those. I'm probably going to somehow glue them, tape them, something to the ceiling, because with that terrible adhesive on there, I mean, it's bad enough as it is. and you try to stick it onto this headliner in here, I don't think it's going to stick very well. I'm probably going to try to go around the edge of the vehicle. We'll see. That isn't my main goal for today. The main thing today is to get the water system done. I've been sick for about a week now, so I'm finally getting better and I can start doing some of this stuff again. So anyway, I'm going to pause this here. What I'm probably going to do is upload videos separately instead of a big long 40-minute video showing all the steps of this. I'll try to put them up in pieces, because this isn't going to be a quick 5-minute job. This is something that I'll need to spend a little time on. So let's get this out of the way. That thing's always in the way. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.